Hello, everybody, and welcome to Did You Know, the channel that will bring you interesting facts and knowledge about the phrases that we use and the sayings we use and where they come from historically and the things we do. So I tell you what, Dexter, I was looking for something from the shops the other day for my fly fishing that I'm started doing, and I tell you what, I felt like I was on a wild goose chase. I really did.
Why? Why particularly did you feel like it was a wild goose chase?
Oh, I just couldn't find it. I just couldn't find it. I was being sent from pillar to post and website after website. But there we are. Never mind. J.R. Hartley's book it was. It now there's
I
an old
remember
reference
that.
for anybody who remembers the old advert on the BT.
Do you
That's
know,
my
isn't that
phone
isn't that
books.
interesting? Because the connotation of a wild goose chase is that somebody does exactly what you just said, that you're trying to look for something, or somebody has said, go and do something, and it was just an absolute waste of time.
But where's it come from?
Well, you know, as with so many things, it's either going to be maritime, or it's going to be the Bible, or it's going to be Shakespeare. This is
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Is it?
This is about Shakespeare.
Okay.
And it was first come about, if you like, in Romeo and Juliet. And
Okay.
actually, it has nothing to do with wild geese. I say that it's more about horses.
Hey?
Yeah, I didn't know this because it's one of these phrases, you know, the two of us love to understand where these
Oh yeah.
phrases come from. We use them all the time. But what is it all about? Well, the wild goose chase was a race, a horse race, where a lead horse would set a distance and they would go to an end place. And then, as they led, they would then decide which way to go. And the other horses in that race would go like an echelon. You know, when you see the geese flying
Yeah.
and they all come in like it was like a wedge shape, isn't it?
Yeah, like an arrow, yeah.
And so they're following the lead horse, and the lead horse can determine where it wants to go at any time. And that's where the derivation comes from. It's a Shakespearean quote, although there is a connotation also that I think it's and I'm looking down to make sure that this is right, that there was a book written about the etiquette of horse racing. And I
Okay.
think it was in the 1500s, 1595. And so it's come to be seen, and certainly it was in Romeo and Juliet. And I think it was Mercutio was speaking to Romeo, and Romeo was very clever with his words. And so Mercutio said, "You are sending me with your words on a wild goose chase," because he's going from distance to here and veering off. So that's what it's now meaning, to be
That's
sent on a
really
wild
good.
goose chase to confuse with words. But the origin was a horse race.
That's amazing because when you actually break it down and think a wild goose chase, you really wouldn't associate that with anything that normal people would do. You
Yeah.
know, you don't chase geese, they usually chase you.
Yes.
Know, hissing at the same time. Funny story. My mother once there was a goose come up to her all hissy hissy. My mother smacked it round the ear and said, "Shut up!" And it kind of went off to his friends saying, "Don't mess with her. She's mental."
And of course, the wild geese now, they in Roman times they used to use them as warning sounds, didn't they, to
Yeah,
prevent
yeah.
people from
As guard
entering
dogs.
the.
Yeah, like guard dogs. Yeah, yeah. But there we are. Anyway, well, that was absolutely fascinating. Thank you very much, Dexter. Um, if you enjoyed that, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow us. At the end of the day, what we'd love you to do is comment what your favorite sayings are. Tell us what your favorite sayings are. To ask us the ones to cover, and we'll do videos about that as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for tuning in and listening to our rambles. And we will see you next time. Cheers, then. Bye bye.
Bye now. Bye.